Cabo. So my name is Sue Bolton and I represent the northeastern suburbs in the Merri-Bek Council area, sort of Coburg, Fawkner, North Coburg. And I would also like to acknowledge that we're standing today on the land of the Wurundjeri Woi-wurrung of the Kulin Nation, and the Wurundjeri Woi-wurrung, as well as all First Nations people across Australia, had their land stolen and were subject to an incredible genocide as a result of colonisation. And so there is something in common, something that today's celebration, the Yoruba celebration today, is very important, because a lot of the First Nations peoples in Australia, especially in this area, in the southeastern corner of Australia, lost a lot of their language, and a lot of clans were lost forever. And so a lot of Aboriginal groups are trying to relearn, rediscover their language. So it's really important what people are doing here today with making sure that the whole community, including little kids growing up in Australia, remember or learn the Yoruba language and Yoruba cultural ways. So I'd really like to congratulate you for doing what you're doing today. I think it's really important. And I'd also like to acknowledge all of the people present here today, and also all of the volunteers from the Yoruba organisation that's put this together. I know how difficult it is pulling together huge cultural events like this with all volunteers, when people are also looking after families and working as well. So I'd like to acknowledge the Yoruba Heritage and Cultural Association of Victoria and the leadership of Mr. Charles Oguntade, the Nigerian High Commissioner Anderson Mbiki, President of Africa Day Australia, Ms. Sheila Sibanda, President of the Nigerian Society of Australia, Dr. Rumi Yusuf, President of the Igbo Association of Victoria, Mr. Elvis Y.H.C.A.V, President of the Edo Club of Victoria, Mr. Peter Imel-Enyu, President of the Nigerian Senior Citizens Club, Ms. Ayu Adigi, President of the Ikiti Keti Association, Mrs. Jimmy Balogun, and President of the Ibadan Progressive Association of Victoria, Dr. Sola Akinsola, and the CEO of the Ethnic Community Council. I don't have a lot to say, but I just really like to congratulate the community for coming together in an event like this, and to try to hold on to your culture and your language in a different country. When kids are growing up in school learning English, it's very difficult to retain the language. And young kids need to know their language so they can communicate with grandparents and relatives maybe back home, or people who don't have such a good grasp of English. So I think this is really important as part of Australia, and also as part of the fight for social justice in Australia. So Merri-Bek Council goes some way, could go a lot further in celebrating different cultures that make up the Merri-Bek Council area. But I think all of the celebrations of different cultures also need to be rooted in fighting for social justice and against racism and oppression wherever they exist. So I just might leave it there and say, happy celebration for Yoruba Day, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sue. Thank you very much.